Hi, Philip. How you doing?
Hi, Achim.
Long time
I'm
no
fine.
see.
That's true.
Yeah. So you had a good Christmas and a good New Year and things like that, getting into the new year properly.
Yes, totally. It was fine. It was the way I imagined, and it was really cool.
Okay, that sounds great. Okay, so this is Felipe. This is now our 24th session. It took us 5 months or so. And he is right in the middle of course 5, nearly at the end of it. And he's been learning names of geniuses, Italian vocabulary, Latin roots, distances of the planets, and English words, learning anything really. So, Felipe, what do you think of all these 5 courses?
Yeah. So first off, I think they're built very well in sequence and on top of each other, and they start with simple little fun exercises, and it stays fun, and the complexity goes up, which is cool, and you get more and more capable of memorizing things. And I think my favorite thing about all of those courses is that you really get to train your imagination. And if you're a creative person, it's the best thing anyway. And so I remember one detail in one session. Maybe that's it just coming to my mind. And so we were talking about a certain technique, and I gave you my example, and you weren't quite satisfied, and so you challenged my imagination. You said that's just like totally just unleash it, and that was that's a cool memory, because I think it also helps with the creative work that I do. I just so that's one thing, the imagination thing, and you then get to use that as a tool to make your memory much better than you think it might become.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So what creative work do you do?
So I write songs, I write short stories, I do illustrations, and those are my main things. And I give my best to do wherever I can stuff in a creative way.
Mm-hmm. That's great. That sounds great. Well, we talked about it already before, so it's good to say this again. So how are we going to use your new capabilities in memory improvement?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so one thing ties to the thing that I said before about imagination is the world becomes more of a playing field, and it's everywhere I go, there's opportunity to play, which is just a nice side effect, let's say, like this. And so it's I've never been like the person that gets bored too much. I just invent things to do, but that made the world more interesting. And so one way I will really apply it is, for example, to memorize word for word song lyrics, and to do before daunting and maybe impossible tasks, just seemingly impossible tasks now, just to memorize like interesting facts about the world, and make connections that then are possible. And yes, and remembering like the classic thing, remembering names of people that you get to know. This is the classic thing, and be more confident about that. And yeah, so we're in the middle of the whole thing. So I guess I'll be exploring more ways or application possibilities along the way.
That's right, because when you're at the end of course 5, this is where we actually only going to start in real life, you know, so the things that you want to achieve. Okay, great. So the last question for today would be, what does it actually feel like for you? How do you feel about it?
Mm-hmm. So this is a little story about playfulness and fun, I think. This little interview. Yeah, it's playfulness, it's fun, it's curiosity. It's also a story of growing confidence. So it's that.
Okay, that sounds great. So thank you very much, Felipe, for the interview. And so it was a pleasure to hear all your answers and your insights. And so I look forward to working with you, continuing this process. So thank you very much.
Sure, you're welcome. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.